All right, let's try something a little different today. We're going to put on our detective hats and decode a single, incredibly cryptic four-line prophecy. And this wasn't written last week. It's from the 16th century by the one and only Nostradamus. Let's see what secrets we can uncover.
Okay, let's just dive right into the mystery. We're zeroing in on one specific prediction, Quatrain 40 from his first major collection of prophecies. Think of it as a 500-year-old puzzle, and our job is to see if we can unlock it.
So here it is, in the original Old French, exactly as it was written back in 1555. You can just feel the age in these words, right? It's poetic, it's mysterious, and yeah, it's pretty confusing. So what on earth is he trying to tell us?
Well, to have any chance of cracking this, we've got to bring it into our time. So let's get a clear modern translation. Okay, so there you have it. The false trumpet concealing madness will cause Byzantium to change its laws. The history of Egypt, who wants to be unbound, changes the edict concerning currency and customs. Now we can start to see some clues. We've got a false trumpet, a place called Byzantium, some figure called the history of Egypt, and it all ends with a big change to money and laws. All right, let's start peeling back the layers on this thing. We'll kick things off with that very first, very strange image, the false trumpet. This is our way in.
I mean, that's a pretty wild phrase, isn't it? A false trumpet. It immediately gets you thinking, is he talking about a person, an idea? What exactly is this a warning about?
So the thinking is, this isn't a literal trumpet at all. It's a metaphor. Think about it. A trumpet's job is to make a loud, bold announcement. But this one, it's false. This points to a leader or maybe some kind of movement that makes a lot of noise but is really hiding a dangerous agenda. What Nostradamus flat out calls madness. Okay, so we have this deceptive leader, but what do they actually do? The prophecy gets specific here. It says this false trumpet will have a massive impact on a place called Byzantium. But who or what is Byzantium today? You gotta remember, Nostradamus loved using ancient names as symbols for future powers. He couldn't exactly write down the United States or the European Union, right? Those didn't exist. So he used historical stand-ins, and Byzantium, the powerful Eastern Roman Empire, is seen here as a symbol for a major established world power. So, the prophecy is saying this deceptive force actually causes a superpower to change its own fundamental rule. But that's only half the puzzle, because just when you think you're getting a handle on it, bam, the prophecy throws another character into the mix. And this one is really specific. Not just a ruler or a king, but the Herister of Egypt. What in the world could that possibly mean? The key here seems to be that phrase, who wants to be unbound? This describes a powerful figure, maybe a nation or its leader, that feels trapped by the way things are. They feel constrained by old treaties or economic systems, and they are desperate to break free. They want to change the game. Okay. Let's take a step back and look at all our pieces on the board. We've got our deceptive leader, our major power that's changing its own laws, and this other influential figure who's just dying to break free. Now, let's connect the dots.
So, when you lay it all out like this, you see this incredible chain reaction. It kicks off with some kind of political deception, that leads to major legal changes and a superpower, then that's fueled by this other power wanting its freedom, and it all snowballs towards a very specific, very real-world outcome. And this is the punchline. This is where all that political drama actually lands. It's about money and trade. The prophecy says the end result of all this is a fundamental rewrite of the rules of the economy. We're talking currency, tariffs, trade deals, the whole shebang. So let's boil it down. What this prophecy seems to describe is a specific pattern. It's not just bad things will happen, it's a chain of events. Deceptive politics leads to legal upheaval, which combines with a push for freedom, and the ultimate result is a massive shock to the global economic system. And that leaves us with this huge question, right? Is this just a 500-year-old warning about one specific moment in the future? Or did Nostradamus actually identify a timeless pattern of power, a kind of blueprint for how political chaos can spiral into economic crisis? Maybe the answer is for us to figure out as we watch things unfold.